Inclusive Employment Tips, Video 5 of 5, Work Culture.
I think at the very heart of this is a serious commitment by the organisation to assist managers in the first place, and then all of the workforce to understand unconscious bias. Because in my experience, only a very small percentage of any workforce is really anti-disability or anti another culture. Most of us create uncomfortable situations for people with disability or from recently arrived cultures without intending to, just because we don't know any better. And unconscious bias is the way that that happens.
An example for myself, has been, I've been at a networking event, and you'll find that you'll still be met with the tone where it might be, you'll hear people talking normally, and then to you it's, so hi, how are you going? It's that childish like tone, or you'd speak to an animal like that. I don't know, it's just bizarre, but you see it. But it's holding your own with it, and it's making sure that you don't waver. People start to clue on pretty quickly that you're an equal.
Is it some service that people can do, the firm can do to help them to understand? Like South Australia Council of Intellectual Disability do training for what is easy read, what is plain English. And also, the other firm is Purple Orange. They will train you, support you to how to look after people with disability.
As a disability inclusion trainer, we go out to different workplaces or businesses across South Australia, and we deliver a 3-hour training on how they can be more inclusive of people with disabilities in their workplace.
That would be a really good start. Why? Because just like an employer or people on an interview panel may be a bit nervous at first about someone living with disability being interviewed or being newly employed, other managers and colleagues in that workplace will have those same feelings. And disability inclusion awareness learning can be a great way to get over that hump.
I've worked in teams where there have been colleagues that were Chinese born who grew up in Singapore, and a colleague in the same team who grew up in the south of India. And we would sit around and have these amazing conversations about the diversity of our lives, of what our upbringing and our cultural experiences meant to who we were as professionals, and how that shaped our contributions in the workplace. So when disability is seen as just part of the broader experience of diversity in the workplace, I think that's really powerful. But it also speaks to the importance of growing diversity generally within your workforces.
We live in a wider community and society that is so diverse, not just with abilities and disabilities, but culturally we're diverse in so many different ways. Our workplace is no different from just being in the wider community. So I think sometimes we put so much pressure on ourselves to create this workplace or work organisation that goes above and beyond. Why aren't we just being open-minded and inclusive and welcoming of all people?
A tip that I have for creating that inclusive workforce and really just helping develop that team is give people who you think that might not be good at it, give them a chance, because you only know if they're good or bad if they try it. Give them opportunity and make them feel, I guess, at home in their workspace.
I feel that the firms can support people with disability and everyone to look after a healthy and well-being. Maybe twice a year, talk about how to look after yourself, how to look after your net door number. Talk about your mate, your co-workers. Look for signs. You want to know how to look after the best of your people, That's not nothing to do with disability. You want to look at the best for all your staff.
Inclusion is coming. Don't let your organization be left behind. This is the 5th video in a 5-part series. This series provides practical inclusion tips you can easily implement for each of the following stages of employment: job advertisements, job interviews, work induction, and workplace culture. We thank Trish Spargo, Michael Taggart, Ronnie Ware, Gavin Berner, Daniela Biaggi, and Lauren Spear for sharing their time and expertise. This video is a Purple Orange production. Get in touch to learn more. 08-8373-8388. admin@purpleorange.org.au, www.purpleorange.org.au.